Okay, today let us begin on linked list, 2D list. Okay, so first I have an empty linked list, an empty pointer which we will initiate as 0. Okay, first pointer is -1 because as take note right here, the linked list is still empty. There is nothing here. So our main goal, right, is at the end of the day to print out ACEG. Okay, our main goal right here is to print out ACEG. So let me print out the linked list for you. So if you notice right here, what you want is that you want after the whole thing empty, now ACEG, and then you want to remove E. Okay, so let us try to see how we can achieve that. Okay, so at the end of the day, you need to initialize it. So now what we do is you need a few steps. You need an empty pointer. This points towards where is the next empty space. As note, take note right here. Here is the next empty space. First pointer, you haven't started any linked list yet. So first pointer is -1. Okay. Then you initialize, you append, you put empty index +1. So you have right here empty or empty index +1. Sorry, here it's not supposed to be. Here it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then this one points towards where? This one points towards -1 at the end right there. Because that means it's saying that it's pointing towards emptiness. So this one is pointing towards the next empty list. Okay. Now what we want to do is we want to add ACEG. Okay, so we now add ACEG. Okay, so now what will happen is now we enter the loop. Remember, the loop is entering right here. Okay, if empty pointer equals -1, if empty pointer equals -1, linked list is full, meaning that now empty pointer can only point inside this 2D list, right? Any place the data is empty. If all the data is filled up, right, that means there's no empty spot already. The empty pointer will then become -1. That's when you tell people cannot fill up already. Linked list is full. So this is right now it's pointing towards 0 because take note right here. You see the empty spot right now at the first element right there, index 0. That one is still empty. Okay. Now, because so this one, right, what is this meaning about? Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to put it A. So now first pointer equals -1, first pointer equals 0. So that means so what's happening right here is that now our first pointer we put 0. Why are we putting that 0? We're putting that 0, right? It's because now we're initializing the first time you do the linked list, you need to initialize it. You need to tell them that, all right, the first pointer started at index number 0. Okay. Linked list empty pointer. So now take this, linked list 0, 0, 0, 0. Take note, this is row index. Let me change it right here. Row index. This is supposed to be column dot index. So here will be 0, 1. Take note the difference between these two. Take note the difference between these two. Okay. So column index 0, 1, row index. So now we go here. Linked list empty pointer 0. Okay. 0, 0, 0, 0 meaning referring to here. Put in the data n. So now we are putting in first, now we're changing A. Take note, now we are putting A inside there. Okay. Okay. Index starts at 0, so we can do one more right here. Maybe I'll do insert one right here. Index. Okay, so now this is quite clear. Okay, so now we index starts at 0. Okay, now it's time to enter the loop already. Okay. While linked list index 0 does not equals anything, okay, does not equal anything, and index less than 9, index plus and equals 1. So linked list 0, 0, 0, got something wrong? Got something? Got A because it got A and index less than 9, right? Index plus 1. So now here index plus 1. Now you enter back the loop. Second loop. But because you enter the second loop, linked list 1 0 1 0 empty or not? Right here, empty. So never enter into the second loop. Stop right there. So it stops right there. Linked list empty pointer 1 index. So linked list 0 because empty pointer still 0 ma. 0 1 which is pointing right here. Here point towards the index. Index is 1 1. So remain the same. Empty pointer equals to linked list empty pointer 1 1 linked list uh, uh, linked list empty pointer 1. What does it mean? Okay, okay. What is the current empty pointer? The current empty pointer is 0. 0 already filled up with A already. What is the next one pointing to? The next one is pointing towards 1. So it's trying to tell you what is that now the pointer please update to 1. Linked list 0 1 referring towards right here. Right here. Linked list 0 1 1. So what is this happening is on right now I'm updating the empty pointer from 0 which has A now to 1. Because now 1 is empty ma. Now 1 is empty. Make sense or not? Okay. So now first pointer equals to 0. So now what we have done is we have added A already. We now need to add C. Okay, add C. Okay, add C. Okay, empty pointer does not equals -1. So now first pointer also doesn't equals -1. Now linked list empty pointer. Empty pointer is now 1. 1 0 add in C. So now here what you do is you put in C. Here what you do is you put in C. Once you put here C already, so right now we're at here already. Now index is now again start at 0 again. Okay. So index will start at 0 already. So now it's a second time. What are we doing right now? Right now we are adding C to it. So we have already added C to it. Okay, we have added C to it. But now what we want to do is so the same idea again happens. Whenever you add the data, right, the reason there's so many other steps is because you need to update the pointers. It is because you need to update the pointers. Okay, index time 0. Now, while linked list index 0, 0, 0 not empty, 0, 0 now is A ma. Okay, so enter the first loop. Index plus and equals 1, 1. Linked list index 1 0 got item not got item C. So enter second loop, second one. Then what happened next? Linked list linked list plus and minus equals 1. So now 1 become 2. 2 empty, not 2 is empty. So no longer enters the loop, exit out of the loop. Make sense or not? Linked list empty pointer 1 equals to index. That means so now at here, right, the 2 change to 2. It's telling you because sometimes what happens is why got this step is because right now is everything is really nice, done nicely, straightforward for you guys read. But what if there's some jumble up? What if there's some jumble up? Okay. Okay. Next. Sorry, there's another way I can explain this. Imagine all this is now -1. Now, because it's already set up in such a way that we always fill it up. But when you add and remove nodes at time, here might get jumbled up. Imagine all this is now -1. What does this part does, right? It's update all the, if let's say here become all -1, it will update them to the next empty slot. Empty pointer is linked list empty pointer 1. Currently your empty pointer, right, is at 1. Already filled up already, it's now pointing towards 2. You need to update your empty pointer to now become 2. That's what's happening right now. Update your empty pointer to become 2. Okay. We added C. Now let's add E. Now it's at number 2 already. Okay. So now empty pointer at number 2. First pointer at 0, still at 0. Okay, everything else stays the same. Okay. Now what happens is then now linked list empty pointer 0, 2. So 2, 0. Here we now add in index now starts at 0. Now we enter the loop. A got not? Got. Plus 1. C the second row got not? Got. Now we go to the third row. Only when we reach the third row. Okay? Okay, third row also still got E ma. Okay? Now, third row is the one that says E, right? Okay. Then we make it into now we go into the fourth row. Enter the loop again. Only when we reach the fourth row, this becomes empty. Update the pointer, linked list empty pointer, which is here, right here, still right here, because we haven't updated the pointer, point towards here, the empty pointer. If let's just say this is -1, let's just say I now change it to -1. Linked list empty pointer, because we're familiar with E, right? Now the number 1 here will point towards number 3. You get the index is to find the spot, right, where there's the next empty spot. That's why it going through using the index to find the next empty spot. This whole part right here is to find the next empty spot. This part right here is to update the previous place that you fill it in, right? Update the pointer to fill up to point towards the next empty spot in the 2D list. And then what is this part right here? Sorry, you need to update your pointer. You need to update your empty pointer right now to become number 3. And that's how it works. And that's how you add notes right there. So I will keep the long story short. You will realize, right, the same idea will apply. Here will still be, you add G, the index here will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only when reaches 4, only you see until emptiness. So you enter the loops 4 times. Only once you reach number 4, you see row index number 4, the 5th element right there, only you see an empty spot. And then they'll update the empty pointer to number 4. And that's how you get A, C, E, G. A point towards 1, C point towards A point towards 1, second one point towards 2, 2 point towards 3, 3 point towards 4. Okay? Okay. So now what we want to do is now we want to eliminate this. Sorry. Okay, we now want to eliminate this. Okay, so how do we remove it? Okay, first pointer got, it's not -1, so linked list is still there lah. That means got something inside there. Okay, now this whole part right here, okay, this whole part right here is actually to remove. If let's just say you're removing A, the one that I highlighted right here, this whole part right there, is one if you're removing A. That's why linked list first pointer 0 equals to data n is A equals to E. If it's no, you enter here. If it's no, you enter here. Make sense or not? Okay. Now it's time to play around already. Hold on, give me a moment. Okay, I'm going to copy this again because I want to show you how it updates. Okay, so now see clearly. So empty pointer 4, because now we're going to delete. First pointer 0. Okay. Now it's time ready. This is going to get challenging. Current pointer equals to first pointer. We start at 0. Previous pointer equals to -1. Okay. Okay, now we enter the loop. while linked list current pointer 0, 0, 0 does not equal data, we are not removing, it's not E, and current pointer is not equal -1. That means it doesn't reach until the end of the linked list. Previous pointer equals to current pointer. What does this previous pointer equals to current pointer? That means what happens is that your previous pointer, right, -1 now becomes 0. Current pointer, which is now pointing at this, is linked list current pointer 1. So now your current pointer needs to go to the next one. After A, go to C. Now here goes to 1. You get what I'm saying? The first one we compare is this part right here, linked list current pointer 0, does it equals to Rn or not? Does not equal, keep on look through it. Why? Because we are trying to find is it inside there. A, is A E? No, go to the next one. That's why current pointer 1, this one, update it to become the new current pointer. Yeah. Then what happens next is now you enter the loop a second time already. C does not equal E. What happens? Previous pointer equals to current pointer. Previous pointer now update to 1. C now point towards number 2. Update to number 2. At row index number 2, is the data now E? The answer is yes. Exit the loop. Exit the loop. Now we need to point towards here already. Okay. So now I'm going to highlight. Now this is, I want to highlight here is this one will be, let's just say previous pointer, I'll highlight blue, brown lah. So right now, where is the brown? The brown right now is right out here. And as for this one, right, this one is green color, so current pointer. So current pointer is here. Okay, so now what's going on now? Okay, now let's point out first. So we are already reaching, we are now at this spot right here. Okay. Linked list previous pointer 1 equals to linked list previous current pointer 1. What does it mean? What this means is that now here the pointer we don't want to point towards 2 because we remove number 2. So what is doing is now number 2 change to number 3. Why? Because we're removing the green color one. We now want this one not point towards the remove green color one. We want to point towards the next one, which is G. So that's this one means. Linked list previous pointer 1 equals to assign to linked list current pointer 1. Don't point to number 2, point to number 3, point towards G. Okay, now linked list current pointer 0 now becomes empty. So what happens here? Here now becomes empty. Linked list current pointer 1 equals to empty pointer. So what does this mean? It means that currently your empty pointer is pointed towards number 4, right? We are updating this. We say here we point towards number 4. We are pointing towards the next empty pointer. So you see here C points towards number 3. Here now become empty, points towards the next empty pointer, number 4. Where is the current issue right now? The current issue, why got so many other of these rest of the steps? Now empty pointer points towards the current pointer. So that means now the next empty slot is no longer number 4 already. What's the next empty slot? The next empty slot is now no longer number 4, it's number 2. It's number 2. Okay, so with that being said, if it's already number 2 already, now what we need to fix is we need to fix this one. Why? Okay. You already update the empty pointer is right here. So you see A points towards 1, C points towards G, 3. 3 points towards 4, shouldn't point towards 4, should point back to number 2. So this whole part here is again, we are looping through it because we want to update number 4 to number 2. So now current pointer equals to first pointer, 0. Previous pointer also start at 0. Okay. What's going on with this one? Okay. So current pointer 0 does not equal empty. So what right now is happening is, okay, so now we look through it. Is A empty? Not empty. So go through the loop. This one starts at 0. This one update towards the first element 1 because A point towards C. Look through it again, not empty. C point towards G. Okay, so now previous pointer becomes 1. G is at where? G is at row index number 3. Again, not empty. Third loop again. Now G, okay, now this is where G gets interesting. G now becomes, go to number 3. G now points towards number 4. Notice or not? Number 4 here is the empty one. Right now, previous pointer is at number 3G. So, linked list, previous pointer 1 points over empty pointer. At number 3 right here, update this to become, change it to empty pointer number 2. That is what this whole part is for. That is what this whole part is for. And that's how you remove the empty node. So let me run this for you. So notice, compare this to mine. A1, C3, MT4, G2, MT5. Empty pointer now is pointing towards number 2. And that's how linked list 2D list works. Thank you very much.